Okay, everybody. We were on the verge of talking something. And I don't know where to start. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع إنه إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسي السماوات والأرض لا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. Elder, the youth, the child, astaghfirullah if I made any mistakes in that recital of verse of the throne in Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah Al-Baqarah, which is number 2, verse 255, I think. What happened to the elders? Did they reach enlightenment? What happened to the youth? Did they become potent? What happened to the children? Did they become wise? Money, guns and boys. They became so rich they forgot about dying. They became so seduced by the power of life and death they became forsaken. They became so corrupted they began to kill themselves. The headmaster, the doctor, the professor, angel, devil, demon, human. Jealousy because power lies in money. Cruelty because power lies in guns. Madness because power lies in boys. Angel tests. Demon curse, man-made drug. Heaven, hell, earth. Pure water, clean heart, good soul. Tree of knowledge, fountain of youth, elixir of life. Old, new, final. Philosophy, linguistics, history. That's something I wrote quite a while ago. Well. Tests, question, competition. It is a test, exclamation mark. It is a question, question mark. It is a competition, full stop. Those who lack faith will argue about the chaos in the present moment. Those who do not believe will look to the cause and effect of the past. Those who do not devote will cause corruption, thinking it will last forever. Question the Jews asked, if God is omnipresent, why does he allow cruelty in his kingdom? It is a test of faith which questions your love for God, for God said, I am a jealous God. Is it all chaos? No, you see it with your eyes closed. How? By listening to the sound of drums. Question the Christians here. If God is omniscient, why do there exist deformities and illness? It is a question of belief whether you have a heart for others with defects or whether you care for your own pride. Is it cause and effect? Yes, if you believe in the certainty of science. Why? Because you can look into the past. Question the Mohammedans ask. If God is omnipotent, why does he allow corruption? Is it a competition of devotion? Whether you realise that those who excel and those who are left behind are by the will of God, whereas those who think they can put something in with the divine unity of God, like his servant Muhammad, and they will stay up and deceived are deceived by their own lives. The losers stay behind, the winners move with the time. They do not hold to anything, to one thing dearer than another, other than their appreciation and acceptance of the truth. Ask any druggie, does he think his corruption of his senses or her senses will last forever? Do they think their corruption of their religion? Do they think their corruption of their religion will last forever? Do they think corruption of the religious scriptures of the Quran will go undetected? Why did God show his omnipotence on how everything glorifies God when the mathematical code discovered by Dr. Khalifa shows the omnipotence of God? The same possibility of such a code proves that God has counted the number of all things. What happens to the elders? What happens to the youth? What happens to the children? They look to the chaos of the present. They see the cause and effect of the past. They see the will of God in the future. Do not be jealous. Do not be cruel. Do not be jealous! Exclamation mark. Do not be cruel! Question mark. Do not be mad! Full stop. Have faith in the future. Believe in the present. Devote to the past. Devote to the past. God is most merciful. God is most kind. God is most wise. Who wins? Who loses? The will of God or corruption? Everything is in accordance with God's will. The question of the past was asked by the Christian. The question about the present was asked by the Jew. The question about the future was asked by the Mohammedans. Do they know everything? Do they see nothing? Do they learn the truth? Do they love God or do they love their religion? Do they have a heart for illness and defects or are simply doing it for the money? Do they denounce the devil or do they play its advocate? Well, that's wrong. Do they denounce the devil or sell their souls? Well, at this moment in time, let's talk about advocacy. We're told, La ilaha illallah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We're told in the Quran that we have no the Lord and Master beside God. And that's the truth. Whereas those who disbelieve in God, they look for friends on earth, and they will try to please them with tokens of support or tokens of love and affection or admiration or whatever they think that they can do, just so that they can gain some support among people. And this has been the case because white supremacists have realised they have no friends, and over the recent years they've gone out and tried to find friends among the different kinds of people, be it like the Freemason converts into Sunnism and Freemason students are going to India to make movies, and such films like I don't know what that film was called, the one that won Oscars and outraged the Indians because it portrayed Indians in a very bad light. There's a lot of movies in India. I don't know who's making them because when I look through the production cast and who produced it and who directed it, it all seems Indian and fully Indian movies. Unless some Westerners are going there and taking the names of Indian people or something like that. But a lot of the scripts are still being nowadays, I think, are relevant to the story of Messiah, son of David, and correlate to his story and present questions towards his life. Well, and if you see, the churchgoers have completely died out in Britain and most of the Western world, and because they had a stick and they thought they could lead to a spiral of war, but instead they just held on to the stick until they reached mid-age of 40 or 50 and realised that what fools they were to have taken Satan's illusions as being powerful, and the devil's power and Satan's power is nil. He only has power over those who disbelieve in God. He has no power over those who believe in God and worship God alone. And so what I want to talk about, advocacy, the devil's advocate, because in this day and age what we're seeing is, instead of people trying to rationalise the history of the world, of the European history or the Western world or just the world in general, and look at the history and see what's been going on and try and find light and truth and try and find the truth and wisdom in what's been going on. Instead they try to advocate the devil. Instead they'll turn to evil instead of try to denounce the devil. Instead of trying to denounce the devil, they advocate the devil. But really what they're doing is, instead of trying to denounce the devil, they sell their souls. And that's what they do. Water is blessed, gold is cursed. They got no time for any more rest. They think they are so quick, but they only end up with themselves in regrets. You think you got the world at your feet, but you should see the love to keep. You know there's not a world to find. In the path of the deepest woods we climb. In the sweetness of love we give. In the love of tenderness we live. When there's no more water in the well, then turn to the devil instead. All these bankrupt souls, all these souls sold for a miserable price, selling for the force of corruption. Instead of redeeming the innocence of the will of submission, water is blessed, gold is cursed. When there's no more time to face, only your burden you carry into the afterlife you will be tried. If there's no judgment, you won't find any meaning. Instead, your finger pointing at scorn at the believers. We only say God is the source of goodness. We repent and forgive us. Water is blessed, gold is cursed. To find those who do better or worse, water is blessed like the water of Midian. In the truth, I find some rest. I'll leave it there. My stuff's available on Lulu and ebooks. I don't try to profit from it. I don't ask no wage for my work.